What's going on, YouTube? It is Ralph the Trader back again with another video. Hey, this video I was going to do a breakdown about GBP JPY because I know a lot of traders that trade GBP JPY, and some of them was asking me the way that I trade GU and the way that I do my support and resistance. Does it work with GBP JPY? All right, does it work with GJ? So that's what I'm going to get into in this video. And before I get into this video, if you are new to this channel, like I said, I am Ralph the Trader. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I do drop a video. I don't drop videos that often, because I'm in this market as well, is just trying to continue learning and continue to try to grow. Continue trying to grow. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, but GBP JPY, and the way that I do my support and resistance off a psychological level works as well. All right, so it does work. You know what I mean? I don't really trade GBP JPY, but I know a lot of traders that do trade GJ. Okay, so but yeah, I'm gonna go through and walk through this here for last week's trades and just show you guys what I seen, because I did call out one of these trades in the Telegram group that I'm a part of. So I would just go through same little breakdown that I do with GBP USD. All right, and so as you guys can see, I do the same concept. You know what I mean? I do my support and resistance off of psychological levels with a whole even number. So basically, like if it's at 156,000, then the next one would be 156,250, 156,500, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, and then like I also do, I like to find that high of the previous week, 50% of the previous week, and that low of the previous week. So I find a high, I find a high, I find a low, then I use the fib take the fib from that high to that low, and that gives me 50% of last week's move. So by me doing that, and like I said in the last video, that was something that I learned from my mentor. And like I say, by me doing that, it kind of gives me an indication on which way price is going to go, because if price is above this 50% level, I'm looking for price to go and tap into this high. And once it taps into this high, I'm looking forward to make another high, and vice versa for if it's going in a sell. Not saying that that's 100%, but it kind of gives me an indication on which way the market is going to go. So when the market opened up, as you guys can see, when the market opened up on last Sunday, as you can see, like I actually called this trade out, because for me, what I'm seeing here is this. Let me just pull up my tools. Okay, make this bigger again. All right, got my tools here. So what I'm seeing here, and I do the same concept, you guys, it's the same thing. All right, I'm just breaking retest, man. But as you can see here with this here, we was in an uptrend the previous week. All right, we was in this uptrend here. Then on January 6th here, on that Thursday, price came up and we broke structure. We broke below these lows here with this uptrend here. Then that Thursday, that Thursday, GBP JPY made this bearish move, and we broke structure here. We broke this uptrend structure. All right. So typically, like what I like to do is I like to pull my fib out, like I told you guys. Once I break two previous lows, I like to use my fib to see how far price is going to pull back to complete this structure. Once it broke this structure with this downtrend, we need to complete this downward move. All right. So I take my fib from that high to that low. All right. And we stretch that baby on out, and we just wait on the retracement. So this happened on Thursday. GBP JPY gave you no move on Friday. I could think it was a lot of news out with that. So you had nothing on Friday. So once you got to the market on Sunday, if you've seen that, if you noticed that price, broke these two previous higher lows here, Now you just use your fib, man. And now coming in on Sunday, you just waiting on the retracement. And as you can see, price came, it gave you a 75% retracement. And like I told you guys in my last video, my fib percentage levels are based off whole even numbers. So they're going to be just a tad bit different from yours. Yours might say 78.6, 68.2. All right. So 88.6 or something like that. So all I did was just made mine into whole even numbers, but it's the same percentage, you know what I mean? It's the same percentage. All right. So when the market opened up Sunday, and like I said, if you've seen that we had this break of structure, and you know we have to complete this structure of this bearish move, all right, you just use the fib, wait for the retracement, and now once you got your retracement, you see it comes straight up to the 75% level, rejection, 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 gave you this nice engulfing candle. This is confirmation for me to enter into the trade, and you enter into, I wait for the pullback, wait for that candle to open up and see how far it's going to pull back. And once this candlestick open up, you know what I mean, I would get in on, I would get in on the pullback. All right, because I got my retracement here, I got my confirmation here. And even if once this next candle open up, you could just enter into the trade here. But I just like to wait on a pullback, because with the GBP pairs, they tend to like to give you a little pullback sometimes. So I like to just see to limit the drawdown. But anyways, if you're not over leveraging, once this candle closes, the next candlestick opens up, you know what I mean, you can go ahead and enter into this trade. All right, you can, and this is being based off of the fib. You can go ahead and enter into this trade because your stop loss should be based off structure anyways. So your stop loss should have been right up here at this 75% or just a little bit above that. Okay, so you take the trade, take the entry here, and like I said, your stop loss would have been there, your entry here. And depending on your pip goal, all right, you dealt with this move, you dealt with 6 pips drawdown, came nowhere near your stop loss. All right, well, you actually dealt with like 9 pips drawdown, 9 pips drawdown. If you're not over leveraged, 9 pips is not going to kill you. All right, you have to expect that. Okay, all right, and then you just whatever your pip goal is, and like I always tell you guys, my pip goal is 10 pips. So, and I just secure my 10, and then I just let the rest ride out. But in this but for this, I kind of knew where this was going to go. All right, kind of knew where it was going to go. It was going to go to this 50%. It was going to go to this 50% because we had an unbroke structure here so we needed to complete this downtrend. So once we got this downward move, of course, where are we going to go? We're going to the 50%. All right, and as you can see, that's exactly where price went. It went to this 50%. Now, for somebody who did not see these or really do not understand structure, which I inform you guys to learn market structure, okay? Learn market structure. But if you did not see that and you just, you know, you break and retest like me, but you break and retest off support and resistance, all right? Here's the move. It's the same move, all right? You just waiting. And if you trade London, New York session, you just waiting, okay? So as you can see, price came up above the zone, because this is my zone. From here to here is the zone. And these zones are 25 pips, all right? Each zone is 25 pips. So from here to here is 25, from here to here is 25, from here to here is 25, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, all right? So as price came up, we broke above this resistance, all right? You got your retest, okay? But as you can see, you got a retest here, but this never gave you any type of little indication that, you know what I mean, I'm finna continue going. As you can see, price was just stalling out at this area. So you could have just, you know, drew your little box or put your little line here to say, okay, well, I need to wait until, you know what I mean, price break above this right here. And as you can see, price never broke above this resistance. So you just waiting. So the next thing you know, what you do? Price close inside your zone, come back, give you a nice little retest, gave you an engulfing candle, and you enter in on this candle right here. Like I said, you can enter in once the candle open, or you can wait till it pull back and take an entry, and your stop loss would have been up here. All right. So if you didn't use the fib or didn't understand how to use the fib with that, this was your entry right here, 5 a.m. If you trade London session, you know what I mean? This is your entry right here. And you know, that was the move. Okay. And like we said, it came all the way down to that 50%. So now, but if you was in the New York session and, you know, here's your move. Price closed inside the zone. This candlestick here opened up. It gave you a pullback here, but when price is running like this, I'm not expecting price to give me a full retest back to that resistance. All right. So this was your entry on this candlestick right here at 7 o'clock. All right. So now just going into the next day, and what do we have here? Price came and rejected this 156,000 level. All right. Gave you a nice little W down here. Price came down, came up, came back down, gave you a nice engulfing candle. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this ain't no time to really be trading GJ because, you know, volatility has lost inside the market, but everybody have a different time that they trade. But I trade London sessions. So we could go over the London session setup. All right. So as you can see, price gave us a nice rejection off of 156,000. And now we came back and we closed above that 50%. Okay, so now once we closed above that 50%, I'm looking for price to give me a nice retest inside of the zone. And like I say, once you close above that 50%, I'm expecting price to go up. All right, I'm expecting price to go up. I'm not saying that is always 100%, but I know from what my mentor taught me, if I'm above that 50%, I need to get a retest and then continue. And as you can see, price came doing Asian session. Price came above my zone. This is my zone from here to here. Came up, closed above, came back, came all the way back, gave me a nice little retest, gave me this engulfing candle. This candlestick opened up, wait on that pullback, or you could enter in here because your stop loss is based off structure. Well, that's how my stop loss is. It's based off structure. It's not based off a pip. All right. So you could have either entered here or you could wait on this pullback. And as price started coming back your way, you take the entry. All right. So if you'd have just got in here, once this candle closed, you take your entry here and you just ride it out to that next zone and you take it to the next zone. That's 36 pips. That's a good day. All right. 36 pips. You dealt with 11 pips drawdown. Your stop loss should have been here anyway. So you'd have been okay. A 20 pip stop loss, you would have been okay because you're not over leveraging. And if you held that, that was a 50 pip move. 50 pips for me is I'm done for the week. I catch 50 pips. I'm done. 10 pips a day. I'm done for the week. That's it. All right. So that was your move doing London session. Then it came back, gave you another retest. Came back, gave you another retest right here. Gave you a nice little engulfing candle. All right. Nice little engulfing. Yeah, this could have been a entry right here, or you could have waited. You could have waited. You could have took an entry here. You know what I mean? Or you could have waited. And most likely for me, I probably would have waited anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I would have waited, but this was your move right here. Because once price got up in New York session, it really wasn't no move unless you just waited on this right hand and got in once this started pulling back up. But more than likely, once price came back, gave you this little retest, you probably wanted to wait until it break above 157,000. All right. So once you got this retest right here, the price started pulling up, you could have took an entry here, or you could have waited till it broke here. And once it started breaking above here, you could have took an entry here, or you could have just took this entry right here, because this candle stepped up above this previous candle right here. And if you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, I'm quite sure you had a engulfing candle up in here somewhere. All right. But this would have been my move because I'm in London session. All right. So this would have been my move in and out right here. That was a 50 pip move. So you was done. That's enough pips for everybody. All right. And coming to the next day. All right. Like I said, once price left this 50% of last week move, we already know it should be heading towards that high. All right. So here it is. Next day, what did you get? Price came up inside, closed inside your zone, came back, gave you a nice little pullback. Now, if you take your fib from here to this high, all right, you get a 87% fib retracement, all right? 87.5 fib retracement. Then you get this nice little engulfing candle. You could have took an entry right here on this candle. Entry would have been on here because you got everything that you needed. Everything was confirmed, you know. So even if you wanted to get in down here because you got this nice rejection, price created this low. If you want to get in, you know what I mean, on here, it all depends on what you look for your entries. All right. I just know for me, once price gave me this retest, I need an engulfing candle or, you know, tweezer top, tweezer bottom, something else to give me confirmation to let me enter into the trade. So this would have been an entry here. This would have been an entry right here on this candlestick. All right. You dealt with 4 pips drawdown, and you already know your target would have been that high because we came off that 50%. So you would have been targeting in this high. And that was a 38 pip move. All right. We didn't hit the high. All right. We didn't hit the high, but we did. We was a couple pips short from hitting that high. All right. But as you can see, we left that 50% and we was heading towards that high. All right. So that was a nice little move you could have caught right there. And as you can see, it started rejecting. And here it is. You could have caught this drop right here. And then look at this. Now, once we created this drop from this uptrend, what do? We broke structure. We broke below this low. All right. So now we had to break a structure and we created a lower low. So now what do you got to do? We broke below 2 previous swing lows. We broke below this low and we broke below this low. All right. So what do I do? What do you do, Raph? For me, what Raph does, when Raph sees that, he takes his fib and he go from the high to the low. Okay. So now we broke structure. So now I know we need to complete this structure. So what I'm gonna do? Take my fib from the high to the low and I'm gonna wait on the retracement. All right. So what do we get? We come back, we get a 75% retracement. Now you just waiting on confirmation in the trade. All right. So you got a rejection, you got rejection, you got rejection. Now, some people, when they have 2 or more rejections, they take the trade, you know what I mean, on that rejection. All right. So they take the trade there. But for me, I need to see engulfing candle, you know what I mean? I need to see something else. All right. That's just for me. Okay. So right here, you get the nice engulfing candle here. This would have been an entry. All right. I wait on to see how far it's going to pull back. And as it starts coming back in my direction, I take the trade. But if not, you know what I mean? You can't enter once this candle closes because you got everything confirmed. You got your retest, you got your engulfing candle, and you shoot your shot. All right. Your stop loss is based off structure. So you could have put your stop loss like above this structure right here. You could have put it right at the 75%. You know what I mean? Follow proper risk management and you shoot your shot, man. You shoot your shot, all right? So that was what? How many pips is that? Depending on your pip goal, okay? Depending on your pip goal, mine is 10, okay? So boom, right there. And this one candlestick, I was good. This one candlestick, I was good. But like I say, I kind of be knowing sometime where price is going to head. So I would just hold a trade. And like I say, now with this move right here, we came up to that high, but we didn't break the high. Okay. We did not break above the high. So if we did not break above the high, where do you think we're going to head to? What do you think we're going to head to, guys? You're going to come to the 50%. So this would have been your entry. All right. This is your entry. And now you head into that 50%. Bam. You got almost 100 pips. That's almost 100 pips. Whereas if you held it and once it passed the little wick got to 50%, you got a 100 pip move. That's a good day. I don't know about you, but that's a good 100 pips. I'm done trading for 2 weeks off 100 pips. So that was a good move. Now, coming into Friday, what do you have? What do you have? Okay. What do you have? We're coming into Friday. Look at this, you guys. Coming into Friday. We close below the 50%. So once we close below the 50%, like I said earlier, where are you expecting price to go? Well, I'm expecting price to go to that low, but this is on a Friday, so I don't know if it's really gonna hit that low. Okay, but that's what I'm expecting price to do, to go to this low. I'm expecting price to get down here to this low. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. Excuse me, guys. But as you can see, we closed below that 50%. We also closed inside of the zone, and now we're rejecting that 156,000 level. Okay, we're rejecting that level. Now, most people, they will wait till it breaks this level. All right, they will wait till it breaks this level. Me, I'm not waiting on that, because now I take my fib from this high to this low. Okay, take my fib from the high to the low. What do I get? 75% fib retracement, engulfing candle. Price also closes, as you can see, price also closes inside of my zone. Next candlestick open up, gives me a pullback, retest. And as this thing started coming back down, I'm taking the entry right here on this 7 o'clock candle. On this 7 o'clock candle, guys. So you know what I mean? You got your close inside your zone. So you closed inside of the you closed below the 50%, and you closed inside of your zone. All right. Price came right back, gave you that retest, 75% retracement on your fib. Nice engulfing candle. Nice engulfing candle. This let you know we finna go. All right, we finna go. I don't know what you're gonna be waiting on, but we finna go. And like I say, you take an entry here, and from this zone from this resistance to this support is 25 pips, guys. All right, that's 25 pips. Like I told you guys, each one of these zones is 25 pips. So from this dotted line to this dotted line, 25 pips. From here to here, 25 pips. From here to here, 25 pips, etc. All right. So you take an entry on this candlestick right here. All right, you take an entry here. This one candlestick is 30 pips. If your stop loss is based off structure, your stop loss would have been up here. All right. This is where your stop loss would have been if you based off structure. If you're using proper risk management, you should be okay. You shouldn't be worrying about, you know what I mean, you got a 27 pip stop loss. But that's why I like to wait on the pullback and try to get as far as I can, you know, to limit that drawdown. But it's okay. We just, hey, this is part of trading, you know what I'm saying? So, but you got your engulfing. This is your entry. And whatever your pip goal is, all right, whatever your pip goal is, like y'all guys already know that mine is 10 pips. And look at that, that's not even half of that candle, man. I get my 10 pips, secure the 10, and you know, I let the trade continue to go. All right. And as you can see, this whole move was about a 70, yeah, almost 70 pip drop. Almost 70 pip drop. That's not almost, but 70 plus pips from this entry right here. This would have been my entry. Now, if you didn't see that, or you, and I know most people probably don't have their chart marked up as mine, and that's okay. But here's your entry. If you didn't catch this, okay, if you did not catch this and you waited until, you know what I mean, it broke this resistance down here, all right? You waited until you broke below all this here because you was getting some strong resistance right here with all these wicks, all right? You wanted to wait until it break this level. Okay, so here it is. Your price closed inside your zone with this candlestick. Next candlestick open up, gave you a nice pullback to your zone, and as it starts coming down, you take the entry, all right? Same thing, guys. Come back and you take the entry, and there you have it, all right? So if you guys enjoyed this video of GBP JPY, just give me a thumbs up on the video. And as you guys can see, that the way that I do my support and resistance off of psychological levels, whole even numbers, quarter theories, whatever you want to call them, it works with GBP JPY as well. Okay, it works with that as well. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and let's get ready to get back in these charts on Sundays, and let's continue to get better, and get better. And let's continue to reach for the goals that we have set for ourselves. All right. So with that being said, man, enjoy your weekends and be the reason that someone smiles. Okay. Be the reason someone smiles today, guys. Peace and love, family.